Dua Lipa is a British pop artist of Albanian descent who debuted in 2015. In 2017, she released her self-titled debut album, which spanned several hits such as New Rules, Blow Your Mind, Mwah, and IDGAF. She first focused on promoting in Europe, and after success here, she moved on to promoting in the USA as well. She won Best New Artist at the Grammys in 2019. In 2020, Dua Lipa released her second album, Future Nostalgia. She released 6 singles from the album, such as Levitating, Don't Start Now, Physical. She embarked on the Future Nostalgia tour in 2022, 2 years after the release of the album due to the pandemic. It was a highly successful era. She won a Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Album. In summer 2023, she released Dance the Night from the soundtrack of the Barbie movie, which she acted in as well. Dance the Night was a massive hit. So now here we are. Dua Lipa has just released her third studio album, Radical Optimism. And it's been an interesting build-up to it. Hi, Jenni here. Before any Dua Lipa stans attack me, I am one of you. I love her music. I love the third album as well. I had tickets to see her in concert for the Future Nostalgia tour, but sadly my concert was cancelled. I am a fan. But as a pop music enthusiast, I am noticing some changes in promotion for this album rollout that I wanted to discuss. Dua Lipa has released all of her 3 albums under Warner Records. Her management from debut to 2022 was Tab Music, who were responsible for the promotions of her previous eras. In 2022, she left Tab Music and is now managed by her dad, Jenni Lipa. She also bought back the publishing rights to her music from Tab Music and has her own company, Radical 22. In this video, I will focus on the lead up to the third album, how singles leading up to the release of the album were promoted. So, first, Dua Lipa talked about her upcoming third album in August 2023 in a Vogue interview, in which she shared that while she was still making a pop album, she is very inspired by psychedelic rock, 1970s psychedelia. Tame Impala, Kevin Parker, is a major contributor for this album. Then, at the end of October 2023, Dua Lipa started teasing her upcoming single, Houdini. She had dyed her hair red, and the imagery she provided included a small key. She was dropping different kinds of hints to her fans, and then the cover arts for her previous albums were changed into kaleidoscopic imagery. Houdini was then released November 9th, 2023, with a choreography music video with a set of a dance studio. Very minimal. The song is pop with psychedelic pop electronic influences, and the song discusses how she will disappear if her lover does not show that they are serious about the relationship. As for the promo of the single, she did interviews with UK radios on the release day, but there was notably no performances. She visited Seth Meyers' late night show, but again there was no performance. Then the first kind of official performance of the song was released on her YouTube channel on January 12th, 2024, 2 months after the single's release. But there was no typical talk show or award show performance. So there was definitely a change in promoting. There was the usual going on talk shows on radio, but not performing the song. The first performance at an award show of Houdini was during a medley performance at the Grammys February 5th. So it's been a long time since the release of Houdini. She also performed a snippet of Training Season and included Dance the Night in the performance. Now, for the London Sessions performance, Dua wore black eyeliner with black clothes, and for the Grammys performance, she had black leather outfit and the set included metallic sets. The imagery for the era is very dark, clearly. Dua announced the second single for her third album, Training Season, on January 25th to be released on February 15th, so a couple of weeks between the announcement and the release. The song is pop with a hint of psychedelic pop and Europop. That piano during the bridge is very ABBA, in my opinion. The song is about how she does not want to train someone to be her boyfriend anymore. She just wants deep and real love. So as I mentioned, she performed a little bit of the song at the Grammys on February 5th, so way before the release, 10 days before release. She also went on Jimmy Fallon to promote the song a week before the song was out. So she went to promote the song, but it wasn't out yet. Once again, no performance, just an interview. I don't remember seeing an artist promote a single on a talk show before it was released. A lot of people praised Dua's Grammy performance. So in my opinion, it would have been a great opportunity to release the song ahead of the Grammys, as it would have definitely garnered streams from the interested general public. By the time the song was released, the hype from the Grammy performance had gone a little bit down. The first performance of Training Season in its entirety was at the Brit Awards on March 2nd, so a couple of weeks after the release. She did not perform the song elsewhere at the time, but released a London Sessions performance on March 15, a month after release. In the music video, Dua is sporting minimal makeup, a leather jacket and jeans, while the Brit performance was once again a full leather look. So kind of similar to the imagery of Houdini. So yeah, she attended talk shows, radio shows, and did video and magazine interviews throughout, but no other performance other than the Brit Awards performance and then that little snippet at the Grammys before release. So Dua Lipa then announced her third studio album, Radical Optimism, on March 13, 2024, and revealed the album cover art featuring her in the water. It's a quite blurry picture of her and a shark fin. The message of the album is to see the positive side to everything, even during the most difficult parts of life. The album was to be released on May 3rd. It's out now, so nearly 7 months after the release of her lead single for the album. And throughout the era, she had sported leather, dark eye makeup, very dark imagery, but then her main album concept was swimming, summer, beach. Very different to what was expected based on the singles at that point. Later on, Dua released an alternative cover and photo shoot for the album that was more reminiscent of the era thus far, with white and blue and red clothing, very Britpop. Dua released the third single, Illusion, on April 12th. It's a full dance track with the music video featuring a pool and choreography, and there was this stunning climbing structure based on human towers, apparently part of Catalan culture. The song is about how she has ignored red flags before but recognizes them now. Dua is wearing minimal makeup and a black attire as well as a red outfit. It is definitely different from Houdini and Training Season. There were no performances for the single around the release of it. The album, Radical Optimism, was released on May 3rd. The overall sound is pop rock, Britpop with some dance and Europop influences. While in August 2023, Dua mentioned being inspired by psychedelia, those influences are very minimal as far as I am concerned. It is a really great summer pop album which discusses love and relationships from many different angles, different to usual love songs such as thanking your current partner's ex, realizing that you are happy for your ex, thus you loved them more than you thought, and leaving someone without them knowing. As of writing this script, there have been some album promotions. On May 4th, Dua Lipa hosted and performed at SNL. She performed the songs Illusion and an album track, Happy For You. I think Happy For You was a good choice as it shows the album's varying sound and really showcased her vocals. The Illusion performance was the first live performance of the track, and visually she was wearing red and black colors, connecting the song to previous singles. On May 5th, she held a short free concert in New York where she performed Houdini, Training Season, Illusion, and Happy For You. So, what makes the album rollout strange and confusing as a fan? Well, the lack of performances, for one. There were 2 great big performances in the era, Grammys and the Brits, the 2 of the biggest music award shows, and I think the London sessions were nice, but previously Dua has performed at other award shows and talk shows as well, and that was completely missing during this era. Well, Sure, the EMAs were cancelled, but I don't know if Dua was going to perform there. Well, Dua did work a lot throughout the Future Nostalgia era, and for this era, with her dad as the manager, maybe she wanted to scale down the performance aspect of promotions, as she did do radio shows, talk shows, interviews with magazines such as Rolling Stone, Time magazine, also interviews with Apple Music and Saxang. You know, maybe she wanted to rest up a bit and save her vocals. The release dates, the long wait between singles, as well as performing training season before it was out is, in my opinion, poor marketing. How can you perform a part of a song, get the crowd and the viewers excited for it, they are ready to check it out and listen to it, and then they can't even find it because it's not out? What's the point of performing a song at a major platform that the public cannot access? The lack of performances usually means that the general public may not be even aware of the songs being out. During the Future Nostalgia era, Don't Start Now was released on October 31st, 2019, and then the next single, Physical, was released in January 2020. There is also a long time span as well, but the difference was that Dua performed Don't Start Now everywhere. And maybe this era she didn't want to perform as much. As mentioned before, there was definitely a change in album visuals between the beginning of the era for the singles and then the album announcement. In my opinion, it is okay and acceptable to have different themes and visuals between songs. But I think it's understandable that people are confused by the change. You know, beginning the era with leather, black eyeliner, dark clothing, and kind of keeping it up, and then having barefaced swimsuit photoshoot for the album is very unexpected. Maybe that was the point, but I'm not sure if it worked. But either way, I think the visuals of the album are stunning. I think the alternative cover and photoshoot were more fitting for the album. As I mentioned, Dua left tap music in 2022, which was a huge deal because they had managed her career so far. Here's what she had said regarding leaving tap music. I think I trusted that other people, at tap, knew me better than me. And in some ways they did because they were more experienced. But I've just been learning to follow my guts and do the learning myself rather than rely on other people's knowledge. Now I want to know what I'm getting into. That has been really important for me and it has changed my perspective. The things I saw as work, I don't really see them like that anymore. This shows that she understands that promotion-wise, it would have been smart to stick with tap music, but she ultimately wanted to be more involved in the management aspect of her career. Having a parent as a manager is nothing new, but it did show a clear change in promotion, as I've shared examples. As I said, in my opinion, the album is really good. I really love it. Highlights for me are Falling Forever. That song is absolutely amazing and it needs to be a single. These Walls and Happy For You are standouts for me as well. It's a strong body of work with wonderful production and lyricism. Dua is at an interesting point in her career. After Future Nostalgia, the album that skyrocketed her popularity, it must have been a little scary to decide what to do next. I don't know what her goals for this era were, but my theory is that she is trying to maintain the growth she achieved with Future Nostalgia and maybe, grow further. Having mismatched promotions here and there is not really helpful. There are artists who can release an album and do minimal to no promo at all. But I don't think Dua is there yet, and I think that is okay. A lot of people did show up for her free New York City concert, so that is hopeful. Dua Lipa is very open about manifesting and having very specific visions for her career. She said for her third album she wants to work with Tame Impala, which she did, and wants to headline Glastonbury, which she will. But promotion-wise, it has not been apparent where Dua wants to be in her career right now. She is passionate about her music, but the lack of promotion does not really match that in my opinion. And maybe she wants to do less right now, and if that's the goal then okay, that's her decision. She is, in my opinion, one of the main pop girls of the moment, but only time will tell what happens next. Was the switch from a management team that did their job well to her dad the best decision regarding her career's longevity? And again, I love the album, I love Dua's music, and I just want the best for her. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!